Good morning, children. On today's episode of Cooking Single, because I'm single when I'm cooking, just making up a real basic egg and bacon and cheese sandwich. It doesn't get much better than that, in my opinion. So I have a very limited kitchen here. I got the bacon on, nice big fat, thick, center cut bacon. It's been on for about 2 minutes and you see it's starting to crisp up. That's just about ready to pull. Doing it one final flip, you can see how that side's a little bit underdone, just a couple seconds. Gonna lower the heat a couple of notches. The eggs will cook with the residual heat. You see we got some nice fond in the pan. That's the little brown stuff left over from the bacon. And basically the bacon was too long for the little small pan. So each of the two pieces is broken down into a small and a large. So I'll take the small. Yeah, I have this sitting on top of the toaster. One, I have very limited space here, as you can see. And two, your toaster works as a warmer after it's toasted. The toast is still hot if you put your hand on top of it. Do a better job of draining the grease because I'm going to cook the eggs in the bacon grease. There we go. So by putting, just take this off the heat real quick. Get the spatula away from it. Once again, very limited space here, so cooking singles all for the single guys without a whole lot of space. I'm in a pretty small apartment, a little over 300 square feet. But this part here, it's still warm. I made the toast, I don't know, 2 minutes ago, 3 minutes ago. So by putting the bread on top of the toaster, that's your little warmer there. I'm gonna get the eggs back on, get the pan back on. Get the eggs in, and I broke it doing the one-handed crack because I'm holding the phone. Just dig my nail in basically and open it up. That one survived. Now generally what I'll do is when I have my other finger, I'll sweep the egg. I'll reach inside and get out all the whites that are still inside the egg with my finger. I call it sweeping. Now I'm going to season it with some Maggi sauce. I love me some Maggi. Here's all my little tiny, once again, it's a very cramped kitchen. I'm going to put some Maggi, some black pepper. Then I'm going to take this pan up here, just a regular old-fashioned metal pan, and put it over top like this. That's going to cook the eggs over easy without having to flip them. So that's a good little tip for you. Alright, so after a minute we take the pan off. Just wipe the condensation off with a rag. Throw it into the sink right now, but I'll take a dish rag and wipe the condensation off the bottom. It's clean, it just has water on it. And there you can see the tops, the whites are fully cooked. There's no runny whites, and the yolk has set. Now once again, this one broke because I was doing it one-handed to video, but you can see how the tops are nice and over easy without having to flip and risk breaking it if you didn't break it on the opening like I did. So, I really need like a tripod or a stand. I had the tongs to flip the bacon. They're already dirty. So what I like to do is put them down and open them like this. You see how that's separating the eggs to make two different portions, you know, when the eggs run together, especially in a small pan like this. That's how I open them up, right? That's different. And then you can just take the spatula. You hear them, they're still cooking. And that's a little bit loose. So the top, I could either put the pan back on the top or just flip it real quick with the spatula. See how I still had a little bit of white there. I didn't leave the top pan on quite long enough. So I just flip it. You can hear it still sizzling. The heat is off. And you can hear it, the pan, just residual heat, carry over cooking. Most people overcook their eggs because they're cooking them till they're done in the pan, and when they're done in the pan, they're overdone by the time they get onto your plate. So just a couple seconds, and then lay that egg over there. That's still going to have some yolk to it. This doesn't, unfortunately, because I broke it. And the egg is picking up all that bacon grease and all that yummy, yum, yum, yum. The eggs have a lot of flavor. Now, is that good for your heart? Hell no. But it tastes really good. So that's a basic, very basic ham, cheese, and bacon sandwich. Couple of tips are nice. Couple of tips are using the toaster as a warmer after your toast has been toasted. Just let it sit on top. Putting the pan over top, or a plate. You can actually use a plate, put that over top of the pan, and then use that plate as your serving plate. That's another cover for your pan to get the tops cooked without flipping. That's it. I'm ready to chow down.